Hello students of standard 9th. Today we shall study science 1 chapter number 11 reflection of light part 2 of this chapter, and I myself Master Zakir Hussain will help you to understand this chapter. As we have already finished the first part of this chapter, we have studied different rules for drawing ray diagrams for concave and convex mirror. That was in the first part, slide number 9. Children, I told earlier also, revise the videos. You go through the videos and revise, read the textbook as well. The topic for today is what is convex and concave mirror, how to identify them. Let us start. Figure 11.12 shows an object. You can see in the picture, object is AB kept in front of a convex mirror MN. MN is a mirror. Incident rays AQ starting from A and traveling parallel to the axis and AR going towards the center of curvature are shown. The blue line you can see, that is AQ. How this get reflected and form the image A1, B1. Children, always remember object will be AB, any alphabets you can take, but A1, B1 will be, if AB is an object, then reflected or image of that object will be A1, B1. So your object is AB reflection form and forms the image A1, B1. B1 can be understood from this figure. It is clear that the image is smaller than the object. You can see in the picture, the size of the object is bigger than the image, size of the image behind the mirror and the erect. I told in the previous chapters, part 1 of this chapter, I told you have to understand three things: nature of object, the position of object, that is where the object has been placed, the nature of image formed, and where it is formed, location of the image formed. So here the image is smaller than the object behind the mirror. So position of the image is behind the mirror, and how it is erect, as the reflected rays do not actually cross one another. Therefore this image is called as a virtual image. So they are not meeting. Since they are not meeting, such kind of image is called as a virtual image. The nature of the image formed by a convex mirror does not depend on the distance of the object from the mirror. The images are always virtual, smaller than the object, and situated behind the mirror. So from this activity, from this diagram, you understood the meaning of virtual image. Image which is not taken on the screen, they are called virtual image. And convex mirror does not depend on the image formed by the convex mirror does not depend upon the distance of the object from the mirror. These images are always virtual, smaller than the object, and situated behind the mirror. Where is the image formed? It is forming behind the mirror. This is an important point of this image formation. Next topic is concave mirror and convex mirror. Concave mirror is also called as a focusing mirror. This is because, as shown in the figure 11.14, that will come in the next slide, a parallel ray gets focused after reflection in this mirror. The size of the image produced by this mirror can be larger or smaller than the object, depending upon the distance of the object from the mirror. So concave mirror can give both type of images. The size of the image can be smaller or greater, depending upon what? Depending upon the distances. Children, you can see in the figure 11.13, divergence and convergence. Divergence means moving away, they are getting diverted, and convergence means coming together and meeting at one point. So left hand side, you can see the left matchsticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matchsticks are there, they are moving away. And here the other side, the striking substance of the matchstick, they are coming together. So that's just called convergence, and here they are moving away. So divergence. A concave mirror is also called as a focusing mirror. Convex mirror is also called as a dispersing mirror. Convex is dispersing, diverging. This is because, as shown in figure 11.14, B parallel incident rays get dispersed after reflection in this mirror. the size of the images produced by this mirror is always smaller than the size of object. So in concave mirror you can see the size of the images, it can be smaller or larger depending upon the distance of the object from the mirror. But here in this case, convex mirror's case, the size of the images produced by convex mirror is always, remember, always smaller than the objects, smaller than the size of the object. So this was focusing mirror and dispersing mirror. How will find out if a mirror is concave or convex? The special mirror which is used for shaving is a concave mirror. When held close to the face, it gives vertical and larger image of the face. If the same mirror is taken farther away from the face, the image gets smaller and smaller. So which mirror is used for shaving? Concave mirror. What is happening in this? The vertical image is formed and the size is also greater, larger. The mirrors used in cars and motorcycles are convex mirrors. You must have seen on the bike there are mirrors fitted on the bikes and motorcycles. They are which type of mirrors? Convex mirror. In these mirrors, the image of our face is erect and smaller, and it remains erect but becomes smaller and smaller when the mirror is taken away from the face. As a result, we can see the images of the surrounding also in the mirror. Thus, we can determine the nature of the mirror by studying the images produced by them. When the light rays coming from an object enter our eyes, we can see the object because while passing through the lens in our eyes. Why we can see the objects? This is the answer for it. The light enters through the lens in our eyes. The rays converge and the image of the object forms on the retina of our eye. Retina is the screen where the images form. This image formed by light rays actually converging at a point is a real image. So converging at a point, so it will be a real image. A real image can be obtained on a screen. In the figure you can see image of a point source formed by a mirror. Image produced by a plane mirror is given is a virtual image. This image is produced at a point from which the reflected light rays appear to diverge. 11.2b. This image cannot be obtained on screen as the ray do not actually meet here. So this is an example. This figure is of virtual image, as a image cannot be taken on screen. Images which can be taken on screen are called real images, and which cannot be taken on screen, they are called as virtual images. So you have studied about concave and convex mirror, how to identify them. Now in this figure 11.14, when the light rays collect at a point after reflection from a spherical mirror, they are said to converge here. When we want to bring light rays together at a point, a converging light beam is used. So in this figure you can see the concave mirror. What is happening here? The blue lines, they are parallel to the principal axis PC. After reflecting on the reflecting surface, the inner surface, they come and meet at a point F. Capital F is focus, principal focus. So they are converging there. So they meet there. Doctor use such beam to converge light on a tooth, ear, nose, etc. Equipment using solar energy also can be used for converging light. So converging mirrors are concave mirror. Below it we can see when light rays starting from a point spread out after reflection by a spherical mirror. So after falling, incident blue ray lines or rays you can see falling on the reflecting mirror, what happens to them? They get spread out after reflection by a spherical mirror. The light is said to have diverged. When we want light rays to spread out from the source, a divergent beam is used. For example, street lamps, they have convex surface, so light is diverged. So these were the examples and uses of concave and convex mirror. How the images form, how the rays are collected and they are converging and diverging. So that's all about concave and convex mirror. Uses of concave mirrors. Now Barber uses concave mirrors barber shop, dental hospital. If the object is placed between the pole and the focus of the mirror, an erect, virtual and magnified image is formed. Torch and headlamps of vehicles. The source of light is kept at the focus of the mirror, thus a parallel beam of light is obtained. So torch and headlamps have which kind of mirrors? Concave. Barber shop, dental hospital, they use concave mirrors. Floodlights. The source of light is placed at a little beyond the center of curvature of the mirror. This gives a bright beam of light. Floodlights also have concave mirrors. Various equipment using solar energy. We have studied concave mirrors, they converge. The rays they get converged. Such rays reflected by concave mirrors come together in a focal plane. Uses of convex mirror. Mirrors on the sides of a car are convex mirrors. As we have discussed earlier, big convex mirrors are fitted at a gate and in a square for security purposes. Now, very important topic is Cartesian sign convention. To understand this, you should understand this figure. You must have already studied about a graph. There are 4 quadrants in the graph. If you draw, there are 4 quadrants. Similarly, y-axis and x-axis, when they intersect, they form 4 quadrants. According to Cartesian sign convention, the pole of the mirror is taken as the origin. So origin is pole of the mirror. The principal axis is taken as the x-axis of the frame of reference. The sign conventions are as follows. The object is always kept on the left of the mirror. Where is the object kept? Left. So before starting this, let us have a quick look on the figure given. X-axis, y-axis. The horizontal is x-axis, vertical is y-axis. Direction of incident ray is shown. The distance on the left is negative. Distance upward is positive, distance downward is negative, and distance to the right is positive. So right is positive, left is negative, upward is positive, and downward is negative. These 4 things have to be kept in mind. The object is always kept on the left of the mirror. All distances parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. We have taken pole as the origin, already discussed previously. All the distances parallel to the principal axis are measured from the pole of the mirror. All distances measured towards the right of the pole are taken to be positive, while those measured towards the left are taken to be negative. Distances measured vertically upward from the principal axis are taken to be positive. Distances measured vertically downward from the principal axis are taken to be negative. The focal length of a concave mirror is negative, while that of convex mirror is positive. The distance between the distance between pole and F, that is principal focus, is called focal length. Already we have studied in previous slides. So 5 conditions are there given in Cartesian sign convention. The focal length of a concave mirror is negative, while convex mirror is positive. Mirror formula. We get the correct values of distance by using Cartesian sign conventions. The object distance u is the distance of the object from the pole, while the image distance v is the distance of the image from the pole. Vimage, children learn this way. Vimage, V-I-M-A-G-E. V stands for image of the. V stands for the distance of the image from the pole, and u stands for the distance of the image, distance of the object. Vimage. The relationship between the object distance, image distance, and the focal length is given by the formula called mirror formula. So 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. 1 upon v, v means image of the distance, image, the distance, image, the image distance, and u stands for the distance of the object, object's distance. V stands for the image distance. 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. This formula is valid for all spherical mirrors for all position of the object under all circumstances. So it's a unique formula, universal formula applicable for all kinds of spherical mirrors. Magnification due to spherical mirrors. Magnification. The magnification due to a spherical mirror is given by the ratio of the height of the image. H2 is called image height. H means height. Image H2. Height of the image to the height of the object H1. This tells us how large the image is as compared to the object. Magnification, capital M is given by the formula, as it is already discussed. It is the ratio of what? Height of the image upon height of the object. So h2 upon h1. From this it can be shown that m1 capital M magnification is equal to negative v upon u. As the object is always kept above the principal axis, its height is always taken to be positive. For virtual images, the height is positive, while for real images it is negative. As the object is kept on the left of the mirror, its distance u is always negative. So you will find the magnification formula, capital M is equal to negative v upon u. Children, these are very important sign conventions you have to keep in mind while solving numericals. Problems will be asked. There are sums given, numericals given in the exercise. Let us try to solve one sum. Rajeshri wants to get an inverted image of height 5 cm of an object kept at a distance of 30 cm from a concave mirror. Now, which is a mirror? Concave mirror. Children, always identify the first mirror. Which mirror is given? Whether it is a concave or convex. The focal length means f, small f, 1 upon f. We have already studied the formula 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. The focal length of the mirror is 10 cm. At what distance from the mirror should she place the screen? What will be the type of the image and what is the height of the object? So, three things you have to find out: the type of image, height of the object, and the distance from the at what distance from the mirror should she place the screen. So, let us start. Which things are given here? Focal length. Small f is equal to negative 10 cm. Object distance is equal to u. As it is said, which mirror it is? Concave. So, negative 30 will come. 30 cm. Height of the image is equal to h2 is equal to negative 5 cm. Image distance is equal to v. V question mark. Height of the object h1 is equal to question mark. According to the mirror formula, 1 upon v plus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. 1 upon v. Now, we want to find v. So, what we will do? We will take 1 upon u to the right hand side. So, it will become, it was plus, it will become minus. So, 1 upon f is equal 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon f minus 1 upon u. Now, substitute the values. 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon negative 10. We have already taken the value given. It is given. So, negative 10 f is given as negative 10 since it is a concave mirror, and formula has minus 1 upon u. U is also given as negative 30 centimeters. So, substitute. So, you will get minus 3 plus 1 upon 30. When you find the LCM of 30 and 10, you will get 30. 30 divided by the first denominators, first numerator, denominator. So, it will become 30 divided by 10. As you calculate, it will become 3 multiplied by first numerator, it will become 3 into 1, negative 3. The negative signs are shifted on the numerator side. So, negative become plus, positive. Now, 30 divided by 30, denominator divided by the LCM. The LCM divided by the second denominator, that becomes 1. 1 into 1, 1. So, numerator 1. So, minus 3 plus 1 upon 30. So, 1 upon v is equal to negative 2 upon 30. 2 1 the 2, 2 15 the 30. So, 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon minus 15 centimeter. So, we cross multiply, you will get v is equal to minus 15. This is v image, distance of image. Magnification. Now, we got v, value of v as 15, negative 15 centimeter. Magnification formula, capital M is equal to h2 upon h1 is equal to minus v upon u. So, h1 is equal to minus u h2 upon v. So, you are just cross multiplying the things. You will get h1 is equal to minus of into bracket minus, as the value of u is already given, negative 30 multiplied by 5, minus 5 upon h2 is given as 5, minus 5 upon minus 15. Now, we got minus 15. So, when we calculate 15 to the 30, so negative becomes positive, and you will get negative 2 multiplied by negative 5. What will be our answer? h1 is equal to 10 centimeters. Clear? Negative 15 and the sign, numerator sign will get cancelled. So, you will get h1 equal to 10 centimeter. The height of the object is 10 centimeter. Thus the image will be real and diminish. Rajeshri has to place the screen 15 centimeter to the left of the mirror. So the height of the object is 10 centimeter, and what was the image form? Height of the image was given 5. The height of the object is 10. Thus the image will be real and diminish. It can be taken on screen, but it will be real and diminish. Concave mirror produces real and diminished images. This already we have studied. So that was solved numerical. Now homework. What sign conventions are used for reflection from a spherical mirror? First question. Draw ray diagram for the cases of images obtained in concave mirror as described in a table on page 122. Now we have already studied about the rules how to draw ray diagrams, and there was a table in the previous slides, previous chapter, part 1, slide number 9. Please understand the table. It will be helpful for you to draw this ray diagram. Third question is, 3 mirrors are created from a single sphere. Which of the following pole, center of curvature, radius of curvature, principal axis will be common to them and which will not be common? Children, you have to solve this homework. Please read the textbook thoroughly. This chapter is very important for 10th standard point of view. Please see the videos clearly. Stop and see. Try to review the videos. Do the homework on time. Thank you.